Currently, 70% of our planet is covered with water. However, only 1% of this water is drinkable. Every year the problems of access to water resources become more and more acute. Over the past 50 years, as many as 507 conflicts related to access to water have occurred in the world. 21 disputes have led to military action. Water is the simplest and most familiar substance on the planet. But at the same time, water holds many mysteries. Scientists are still studying it, finding more and more interesting data about water. Fact 1. Finland has the cleanest water. According to UNESCO, the cleanest water is in Finland. A total of 122 countries participated in the study of fresh natural water. Yet 1 billion people around the world do not have access to safe water at all. Fact 2. Ice is faster to get from hot water. Which water will turn into ice faster, hot or cold water? If you think logically, of course, it's cold water. After all, hot water has to cool down first and then freeze, but the cold water does not need to cool down. However, experiments show that hot water turns into ice faster. The exact answer to why hot water freezes faster than cold water still does not exist. Perhaps it is the difference in supercooling, evaporation, ice formation, convection, or the cause of the impact of liquefied gases on hot and cold water. Fact 3. Supercooling of water. Everyone remembers well from the school physics course that water freezes at 0 degrees and boils at 100 degrees. However, there is a so-called supercooling of water. Very pure water without impurities has this property. Even when cooling below freezing point, such water remains liquid. But in both cases, there are temperatures at which water will become ice or boil. Fact 4. Water has more than 3 states. Ever since high school, everyone knows that water has 3 aggregation states: liquid, solid and gaseous. However, scientists have distinguished 5 different states of water in liquid form and 14 states of water in frozen form. Fact 5. Water is like glass. What happens if you take frozen pure water and continue to cool it? Wonderful transformations will happen to water. At -120 degrees Celsius, water becomes superviscous or viscous, and at temperatures below -135 degrees it turns into glassy water. Glass water is a solid substance that lacks the crystal structure of glass. Fact 6. The basis of life is water. Water is the basis of life. All living animals and plant creatures are composed of water, animals 75%, fish 75%, jellyfish 99%, potatoes 76%, apples 85%, tomatoes 90%, cucumbers 95%, watermelons 96%. Even humans are made up of water. The body contains 86% water in a newborn baby, and up to 50% in the elderly. Fact 7. Water is a vector of disease. Water not only gives life, it can also take it away. 85% of all diseases in the world are transmitted through water. Every year 25 million people die from these diseases. Fact 8. A person without water dies. If a person loses 2% of their body weight in water, they become very thirsty. If the percentage of water lost increases to 10, the person will begin to hallucinate. At a loss of 12%, the person will not be able to recover without the help of a doctor. At a loss of 20%, a person will die. Fact 9. The most fresh water is in the glaciers. Where is the most water? The answer seems obvious: the oceans. But in fact, there is 10 to 12 times more water in the Earth's mantle than in the oceans. And almost all of the mass of water available on the planet is undrinkable. We can only drink 3% of the water, that's how much fresh water we have. But even most of this 3% is inaccessible because it is contained in glaciers. Fact 10. Water as a diet. Water can help us fight weight gain. By consuming only water out of drinks, one can drastically reduce the total caloric content of the diet. First, because a person stops drinking caloric sweet sodas and juices, and second, because after drinking water there is less craving for sweets, as in the case of tea or coffee. Fact 11. Water for a healthy heart. Water helps reduce the likelihood of a heart attack. During research, scientists found that people who drink about 6 glasses of water a day are less likely to have a heart attack, unlike those who drink only 2 glasses. Fact 12. 35 tons of water in a lifetime. A person can live a very short time without water. The need for water is second only to oxygen. Without food, a person can live for about 6 weeks, and without water for 5 to 7 days. A human drinks about 35 tons of water in his entire life. Fact 13. Water is the most expensive. Water can be free or it can be very expensive. The most expensive water in the world is sold in Los Angeles. Producers pack the precious liquid with a balanced taste and pH value in bottles with Swarovski rhinestones. It costs $90 for 1 liter. Fact 14. There is water that burns. There is also dangerous water. For example, in Azerbaijan there is water with a lot of methane, so it can burn if you bring a match to it. And in Sicily, one of the lakes has underwater acid springs that poison all the water in that body of water. Fact 15. Protein in the water. Seawater is a very nutritious substance. 1 cubic centimeter of such water contains 1.5 grams of protein and other substances. Scientists estimate that the Atlantic Ocean alone is worth 20,000 harvests per year across the land in terms of its nutritional value.